In America, the latest incident of a black man shot by police and the officer who pulled the trigger getting away with it. In August, a police officer in Kenosha, Wisconsin shot Jacob Blake 7 times in the back as he was walking to his vehicle. His kids were inside. Blake was left paralyzed from the waist down. The shooting brought Kenosha to a standstill as protests broke out by people angry and calling for justice. Lawyers for the officer claimed the shooting was justified because Blake was acting erratically, allegedly armed with a knife, and officers on the scene said they thought Blake was trying to kidnap his children during a custody dispute. On Tuesday afternoon, the Kenosha District Attorney said after an extensive investigation, there was no legal foundation for charging the officer.
And in this situation, an exhaustive investigation was done. There's more than 40 hours of squad video. There's hundreds of pages of electronic information. There are almost 200 separate law enforcement reports and almost 1,500 individual pages of police reports. So this was clearly a dramatically exhaustive investigation. And was it expeditious? They got it to Noble Ray, the independent use of force expert on this case, by, I believe, October 8th, 2020, and ultimately to the district attorney's office as well.
Blake's family was left frustrated and saddened by the decision.
There's no justification what was done to my son, because your story was you were afraid that my son was going to kidnap his children. That's right. If he was fearful of that, why did he fire into the car? So, with the children in the car. Mm-hmm. So it's either going to be, you're not going to keep flip-flopping. This is not hopscotch. This is not ping pong. This is my son, man. My son cannot walk right now.
Blake's attorney said the video of his client being shot should have been enough for the officer to be charged with the crime.
We believe that the district attorney's office somehow believes that as we roll into 2021, that all of a sudden the country is legally blind or something. We think that the 20-second video is very clear. We don't need a 2-hour explanation for what our eyes can see.
Activists were trying to make sense of the decision from Kenosha that comes on the heels of a summer in which millions of people took to the streets across the country to protest police brutality and injustice in the wake of several high-profile killings of unarmed black people.
On the one hand, I'm not surprised because we have over a 400-year history of not holding folks accountable when it comes to lethally taking black life or even wounding black life like we have in this case. But I'm also a little bit surprised because last year we had the largest civic unrest in America's history. We demanded for a reimagined policing structure and we demanded accountability. And here, less than 1 week into 2021, we have neither.
The Department of Justice says the federal civil rights investigation into the shooting is ongoing. Gabriel Elizondo, Al Jazeera, Washington.